Again. Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Noises. Pokemon Platinum. Shut up, birds! Pokemon Wi-Fi battle with maintaining PTG. In this video, we're fighting Banubee. Yeah. So let's just jump into this because it's fun on the fun. Try not to break my DS here, even though it's already broken. Banubee, that's it. I knew it had B in it, and I started with B. Anyways, I'm expecting a taunt, but right off the bat, but he goes with Stealth Rock. So I could have set up with Toxic Spikes, but whatever. I go with Waterfall, and that destroys its face because it does not want to be waterfalled at. But I'm like, I don't care. You're trying to kill me, Meng. And so I waterfall him in the nose. And he's like, wah, 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 wah. So he uses Earthquake out of a grumpy rage because that's what Aerodactyls do. And I'm like, come on, take it, 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 take it. 1 HP. Yep, that just happened. It survived with 1 HP and gets in a waterfall. And I'm like, holy crap on a sandwich. So obviously I can't switch out because I will never be able to switch back in because of Stealth Rock. But, so he goes in with his Gumi, which is a Rotom, and it's faster than me and it gets in a Thunderbolt. And I'm like, tank it, tank it, tank it, but obviously it's not gonna, because it's super effective, yay! So Numira faints, and I'm like, oh, sad face. So I send in Cordyceps because I'm like, well, I can take a Thunderbolt, or I can also force in a switch. And so I use Substitute, and so I get hurt. Probably should have gone with an attack that move. So I set up with Focus Punch, or I start with Focus Punch. And I get an Encore. Oh, thank you for that Encore. I was expecting that Encore would just make me do Focus Punch a bajillion times, but instead it made me do Substitute a bajillion times. So most of this battle is going to be me substituting, because no way in hell am I switching out. Because, I don't know, I'm stupid like that. I'll admit it. So he switches his Substitute to somebody else. I think it's a Dragonite. Yeah. So that's behind as a Substitute now. And so I heal up with my poison, and the Dragonite goes for Extreme Speed. I don't know the genders on anything, so I'm just gonna call it the Dragonite. Oh, it's a male. So he goes for Extreme Speed, and so that destroys my Substitute. But guess what? I'm gonna use Substitute. So, so I go into Substitute, and I made a Substitute. And then this turn, he goes with Extreme Speed, and it breaks my Substitute. And yeah, I'm already explaining that it breaks my Substitute. You don't need to continue, just break the Substitute, man. So yeah, breaks my Substitute, because that's what it does. And I go for Substitute because I like using Substitute. It has fun on my button all day long. So I heal up, and he goes for Extreme Speed again, and yep, breaks my nose, and breaks my Substitute rather, not my nose. Although I guess if I used the nose as a Substitute, it would have broken my nose. So I go with Substitute because, oh damn it, my internet disconnected, and that's not important, but it is kind of important because I need to upload these videos. So he goes for Extreme Speed, and it breaks my Substitute because that's what Extreme Speed does. So, yep, Substitute faded, and I'm like, I'm gonna use Substitute. What now? What are you going to do about it? And he's like, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use, oh, my Encore ended. He's gonna use extreme speed. And I'm like, oh, really? Extreme speed? Oh, I'm gonna use substitute. But not really. This turn I go for, what do I do this turn? Critical hit. Oh man. Oh, I go for Stone Edge. Yeah, that's what I thought I did, but I wasn't sure. So now he's taking damage. And I think all 5 of his extreme speeds are used up. Should be. My internet's being weird. It's like trying to connect and disconnect at the same time. So I switch out. Because I'm like, okay, I know that I've gone through at least 5 of his extreme speeds, but just in case, I'm going to try and take an extreme speed with Yuki-Onna. So I do, because it can't hit me. And so he withdraws his Exile, or X3, and sends in his, what's it called? Lantern to a Stab Blizzard. A Stab Sis Rain Blizzard Dash with Cute Butts and June, also June, lots of June, in June. And so it destroys nothing, because that's what it does. And I go with Shadow Ball. I'm like, okay, I can take this guy out. Bah! Shadow Ball in the nose face. And, so, yep, goes for Substitute, which hurts him even more. And now he can't use Substitute again. At least I don't think he can. It doesn't look like it's less, or it looks like it's less than 5%. But then he also gains 6% back, so I suppose. So Shadow Ball to the face, or to the Substitute, which has a face, so I suppose that would be technically correct. And breaks the Substitute, goes for Hydro Pump. I'm not worried, it's just a Hydro Pump. I can totally take one of those. Right, Yuki-Onna? Right, Yuki-Onna? Right, Yuki-Onna? Yep. Yuki-Onna says yes. And, so, yeah. Goes for, or leftovers, heals up that, and I go with Shadow Ball, because Shadow Ball's fun. I like the animation for Shadow Ball. All the stuff just goes into an aura and just gets launched at him. Doesn't kill it, and he goes for Charge Beam, and it misses. And I don't even think that Charge Beam has that low of accuracy. But I could be wrong. I'm surprised he doesn't have Thunderbolt, though. Thunderbolt's much better than my internet is just disconnecting and reconnecting left and right. So he sent in Maya, his Lopunny, again to get in Shadow Ball, and I'm like, oh, damn it. I should have stood. I actually kind of predicted that coming, but I didn't know when it was going to come, so I was like, whatever. So obviously it doesn't hit Maya, and so I get the hell out of there this turn. Because I'm not going to waste 97 Shadow Balls on just the Lopunny, so yeah, get out of there. Get hit by Cordyceps. He uses Switcheroo, and I get Flame Orb, I believe. Obtain Toxic Orb, and I get Flame Orb, but it's not like it's going to get poisoned anyways because it's got Klutz, so, and I'm not going to get burned because I'm already poisoned. So he goes for Substitute, and I'm like, to nuts with your Substitute, I'm going to use Focus Punch, because I was expecting that this turn. I'm not going to go through another 27 moves of Substitute. So, yep, completely destroys the Substitute. I was really happy at this point. I'm like, oh, this is looking good for me. And Poison Heal. And I set up with a Focus Punch, and he goes with Baton Pass. And, so, yeah. I'm pretty sure he would have been faster than me. Actually, I'm about 900% sure that he would have been faster than me. But, I definitely should have gone with Stone Edge this turn. So, he goes with Shadow Ball, and, Shadow Ball always looks like it's in the middle. Like, if you use it or if your opponent uses it, it's always in the middle. And so I get destroyed by a critical Shadow Ball. Criticals have been destroying me left and right in this game, or in these past couple battles. So I send in Honchkrow, And I'm like, alright, I can do this. He withdraws his Gumi, and he switches to Maya, because he's expecting a Sucker Punch. And I've learned my lesson from fighting Suma. So I go with Night Slash, and it destroys his face. And at this point, I'm really hoping, or not hoping, I really wished I had Choice Scarf, because I don't know if I can outspeed a Gumi, and I can't use, what's it called? I can't use Sucker Punch. So he goes for Thunderbolt because he's faster than me, and so it destroys my crap up all the way down to 0 HP. Zephyros faints, and I go in with Gauss, and he switches into his Stealth Rock. Everything in this battle takes like 9,000 days. So he goes in with his whatchamachicken because I think he was expecting a Thunder. I don't know why. But I don't want to heal him, so I go with Hidden Power, which is Grass, and it destroys him. And then he goes with his Dragonite, I think. Should hope, because that's how I remember it happening. And at this point, I didn't know that he had 3 Pokemon left. I thought he only had 2. Sorry, just stretching out my arms. I thought he only had 2. And so I go for, or he uses Fire Punch, and I'm like, come on, don't kill me. That would suck. And it doesn't kill me, so it didn't suck. And then I go for Thunder, and I'm like, please paralyze, for the love of God and all that is holy, paralyze the hell out of this guy. And it does a fair amount of damage and paralyzes, and I was like, yay! And so yep, leftovers heals up, and I go with Flash Cannon because there's no way in hell I'm trusting a thing. Thunder. Couldn't think of it, and I just blanked out for like 10 days there. So I go with Flash Cannon, destroy them, and heal up a little. And at this point, I'm like, alright, I just have to go through one more Pokemon, which is Rotom. And then I realized that he had another Pokemon that I haven't even seen yet. And I was like, oh god, no, it's gonna be bad for me. So he goes with Thunderbolt, and I'm like, oh, I can take a Thunderbolt, that's no problem. So I go with Flash Cannon, and this is when I realize, or this is when I find out that electric types resist steel types. And despite it doing a fair amount of damage, I didn't know that thunder and electric types are resistant to steel. So if I had used Hidden Power, it would have worked out so much better for me. He goes for Thunderbolt, and I'm like, okay, I can take a Thunderbolt, right? It's Gabrielle. She's awesome sauce. She'll take a Thunderbolt and then some. And so she survives with a little bit more than half her HP. No, wait, no, less than half her HP, because, yeah, she's got 2 HP less than half, and also paralyzed. So there's no hope for her. So yeah, Gabrielle dies. There was nothing Gabrielle could do to it because it doesn't have any moves for ghost types. But nah, I didn't want to throw in Frostlass into this prematurely, and so I really thought I could outspeed it, so that's why I went for Frostlass. And so I go in again with Gauss, and I'm at 46% or 46 HP, and I know that Stealth Rock is going to do 20 HP to me. And so I take a Thunderbolt, and I lose. It's not very effective, but it's very effective in the means that I died. So, also there's the bottom screen. So, yep, that was the battle against, whoa, messed up screen to the max. Whoa, that's really trippy. I'm gonna show this off. All the colors are messed up. Kind of. Yeah, pretty messed up. Doesn't show that well on the screen. But yeah, probably should stop doing the whole twisty thing. But anyways, let's do me PTG. This has gone on for 15 minutes already. Subscribe, rate, comment. If you want to battle me, just drop me a comment, leaving me your friend code, and I'll battle you. So, yep, doing PTG, subscribe, rate, comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.